What's up, everybody, and welcome to my review of Monday Night Raw. As the Royal Rumble is now past us from Saturday, as we can see, a lot of matches are now being built in the WrestleMania mode, and it's a lot of predictions that's going on and a lot of build up, which we can already know it's going to be a match at WrestleMania anyway. Some are already confirmed. But given the Royal Rumble was last Saturday, one thing I need to point out before we begin this review, check out my Royal Rumble review that was posted up yesterday or this morning. But hey, we reviewed the show yesterday, okay? So go check that out right now. We did talk about for a good while about the entire show from the Royal Rumble matches themselves and the Bloodline turning on Sami Zayn. But go check out that review when you wanna, if you wanna, hear more of that. Okay, that's where you're gonna get all that information. But with Raw tonight, we did kick it off with the winner of the Men's Royal Rumble, which was Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes coming out there, of course, having a pyro. Apparently, fans are mad on the internet, and we kind of discussed this yesterday about Cody Rhodes being number 30 and whatnot, which I kind of already had a feeling he was going to be number 30 anyways, but I know a lot of say didn't were not happy with that. But the fans out here tonight, what was it, Tulsa, Oklahoma, basically chanting, "You deserve it." So the fans were with Cody Rhodes. Fans, they were, like I said, big pop for him. Cody says, "So what do you guys want to talk about?" You probably may not know who I am, and especially for those new that don't watch don't watch the show every week and whatnot. He says he's not the same person he once was when he first started in this company. He talked about how he started off in OVW, and he told himself he was going to be WWE champion about 2 years when he got to OVW. But he said he was delusional and everything. If he could write a letter back to his 19-year-old self, what would he tell him different from, you could be dashing and whatnot and giving grooming tips. You could, your wife is going to be the ring announcer that announced everybody every week, telling everyone that you be the first in your family, to go on excursion, go all over the world. Talked about even losing, basically losing his dad Dusty and gaining his son now. Many got it's like some of painting your face, stardust and all that stuff. Kind of just giving like a loose history of Cody Rhodes' entire career from WWE coming back to WWE. But now he could be the first in his family to punch a ticket to the main event of WrestleMania. Fans chanting Cody then. And, he said, truth, I wouldn't tell my old self not a single thing because, he says he's went through a long and hard road and it's been 100% worth it. And talk about the fans singing his song of, wrestling has more than one royal family because it is more than one royal family. And he's going to have to stand across from a bloodline and a tribal chief. And he talked about Roman Reigns. You can become the biggest superstar on the planet. You've held the title for over 800 days. You got a lot going on, okay? And talked about the many days that's going to WrestleMania. So it's gonna be 62 days for Roman, but it's gonna be 62 days for Cody's life. And you could be the head of the table, all that stuff. But one thing you will not be is the undisputed champion. As Cody's music played, then basically got the crowd hyped up. Judgment Day comes out then, basically blaming Cody for, ruining their plans at WrestleMania. Dominic said that, Rhea won, but you'll hear from her later on tonight. And they talked about how they took out Rey Mysterio. And, Dominic talked about, how he's in prison and all that stuff. You would have got and everything. And, I should be the multi-generational star of the main event WrestleMania. Not this suck up that gets everyone what he wants. Priest basically talked about how Ripley went in number 1. You went in number 30. And, basically, offend up Dominic apology for ruining their moments. Cody says, you're trying to scare me straight and everything. I got tremendous respect for your dad, Ray, but you don't even respect your own father. Bad audio commercials for some reason that show up on his computer, but as I said, he said he doesn't respect his own dad, and all that stuff. As fans started to chant, kick his ass to Dominic, getting a lot of heat out there. But Cody says you're not gonna play it safe and get the WrestleMania or I can kick some ass then. And how about a match tonight later into the show? Next thing you know, Edge's music hits in, Edge starts attacking Judgment Day. Cody starts to help out as Adam Pearce and crew start coming out and breaking the whole thing out. So hot segment to kick off the show, especially with Cody coming out of his promo mission statement or whatever of getting to WrestleMania and beating Roman Reigns for the title. Next, we did have qualifying matches for the Elimination Chamber coming up, which will be for the U.S. Championship. Well, Austin Theory already in there. Seth Rollins went against Chad Gable. Seth won. No really big surprise right there. With Seth. So good match though. Io Shirai went against Candice LeRae. Good match. Io winning. I know they had Mia Yim out there with the rest of Damage Control. Damage Control helping Io and everything. And ended up with Io getting like the roll up pin onto Candice for the win right there. Right after that, Rhea Ripley came out, basically talking about she won the Royal Rumble, so now she gets to choose who she wants at WrestleMania. And she has made her decision, which I'm not really surprised by this decision. I don't know why a lot of people are mad about this. I think logically this makes sense. Now, yes, she did pick Charlotte, which let's remember a few years ago, WrestleMania, and the match happened for the NXT Women's title. Charlotte won after winning the Royal Rumble and beat Ripley for the NXT Women's title. But throughout other times and other matches, Charlotte has beaten Ripley at Money in the Bank, I believe, and Hell in a Cell. Several occasions, Charlotte has beaten Ripley. So it would make sense for Ripley to get her big payback on Charlotte after those years ago at WrestleMania, whatnot. So, you know, Charlotte gets better every year, but basically, you've been the top, so it's been overplayed. Saying, I'm going to bring down the Queen at WrestleMania. Now, I'm sure a lot of people would have expected her to pick Bianca. Don't get me wrong, Bianca versus Ripley would still be a great match. Okay, I'm not taking anything away from that. It'd be two big powerhouses going against each other, which is kind of funny. They said we were supposed to hear from Bianca tonight, but that never ended up happening for some reason. But um, I'm not really surprised at this. Like, yes, she could face Bianca. Be a big match. Either way, it'd be great. But I just said to myself, logically, she's just gonna pick Charlotte. Charlotte beat her. Charlotte's beaten her on several occasions, especially at WrestleMania. So why not get the big payback here? I know Charlotte's the face and Ripley's the heel now, but some may look at it another way. So yeah, I don't know. Ripley goes to SmackDown. Because let's be honest, who else is really gonna face Charlotte on SmackDown right now? Who else? The Ronda train is dead. We saw how bad that went out through the entire year. Um, Unless they want to start building somebody now to face Charlotte, I don't know. I don't really want to see Liv Morgan in it. Um, who else is on SmackDown? They're just running with Sonya Deville till whenever. So unless they have somebody else on there, then I don't know. But I think this makes sense for her to face Ripley. Ripley to face Charlotte. So, like I said, who else is on SmackDown? Seth was in the back talking about he's in the Elimination Chamber. They talked about Logan Paul eliminating him. So, that's going to probably end up being a match sooner or later. Baron Corbin went against Johnny Gargano. I still don't get why they changed Gargano's music. Then again, I don't know why Gargano was in the Royal Rumble that long, to be honest, also. I know they had Dexter out there and JBL, and Dexter using axe to hatchet thing to hit JBL's hat. Gargano rolled up Corbin and won the match. So there you go. He's in the Elimination Chamber. So I don't know. MVP was in the ring for his VIP lounge. Brought out Austin Theory. MVP talked about, kept calling him kid and everything. Well, Austin Theory says, I watched your show since I was a kid, so I'm gonna make you relevant again. It's gonna be Austin Theory live, and MVP said classics don't never go out of style and whatnot. New trends just come and leave. Theory saying I'm a ruthless of this generation to bring aggression. So I'm sure people think a lot of Cena shots right there, ruthless aggression there. Think about that. But MVP talked about, how about you trying to survive the Elimination Chamber right now, okay? And Austin Theory said, told MVP, you said Bobby Lashley would beat me, and it didn't happen. So I'm going to be Elimination Chamber. I got thrown off last year by Brock Lesnar, all right? And MVP says, you listen, man. I was like you once, U.S. champion, and everything, until Undertaker threw me off the elimination chamber. But MVP says, listen, man, you afraid, man, and you're showing it right now. Okay, you could lose. All right, you could lose right here, and Bobby Lashley could be in that match. In theory, says, listen, man, I've already beat Lashley. I don't need to do it again. MVP says, him and Lashley aren't business partners, so I'm not gonna speak on his behalf and stuff. But you need to worry about your health right now. All right. And what Theory just told him, your meal ticket's not here anymore and stuff. And your meal tickets are, by Brock Lesnar. Lashley came out and MVP tried to hold him back, but Theory says, yeah, do what your daddy says. And MVP like, all right, go ahead, you go say that shit, go ahead. Go beat it, like take him out. Lashley went after him. He was about to spear him, but ended up spearing MVP by accident. So where will that lead to? I don't know. Some say the Hurt Business is going to reform. I don't know. But we'll see where that goes. Miz was in the ring. Basically talking about he didn't get the spotlight at Raw 30. Kevin Owens taking him out. Being Royal Rumble match last night. Being the first man out chance. And Adam Pearce says, yes, you always want an opportunity. So now we got an opportunity for someone else wants an opportunity, okay? And it was Rick Boogs returning. We haven't seen Rick Boogs since WrestleMania when he got hurt and when he was teaming with Nakamura. Now I see he's going back to his little air guitar thing or air band stuff, which I know he did that in NXT, so I didn't watch a lot of it. I think he was over with Nakamura when he was playing the guitar and stuff and doing the Rick Boo, I can't do it, but the Boogs thing and stuff. So it's nice to see him back. And stuff. Miz didn't want to do the match because he was in a suit his wife bought him, but Boogs ended up winning. So I don't know. Like, it's kind of odd without him playing the guitar coming out there and not doing the airman thing. But good to see him back. So we'll see where that goes. I guess the models were looking at Otis and Gable for some reason. Why are they on Raw again? I don't know. Bayley was back out here to talk about Becky and how they took her out at the Rumble and last week on Raw. And then Damage Control's making history and stuff. And Bayley said, it felt good. And, you can't stop them right now. Becky came out there and, they did say it was her birthday today. Becky came out there, talked to the crowd and stuff, said, Bayley, shut up, you stupid fool. Basically, wanting a rematch and everything. As, Bayley makes excuses. Becky says you robbed us of the cage match and everything. And she wants that cage match. But Bayley says, I don't give a damn what you think. You're not getting it. And then start calling her Rebecca. And listen, you're not as the great as you think you are. You're overrated. I don't think you're good enough one-on-one. You're not even good enough to be with your husband, Seth. The only reason why he married you is because he knocked you up. And, Becky said, I thought this was only about wrestling, but, this goes back all the way from over 10 years in Orlando and NXT, so we're going to do it next week. All right? But Bayley said no. But Becky says, all right, I'll be right back. Drags out Dakota Kai. It was going to basically kill her leg with a chair. But Bayley said, all right, I'll do it next week. So Becky says, you may want to go check EO in the back also. So at least that cage match is happening next week. So there you go. Adam Pearce basically named the rest of everybody in the Elimination Chamber for the women, which is the final 4 people from the Royal Rumble. From Saturday, which are Raquel Gonzalez, Liv Morgan, Asuka, and Nikki Cross. And that next week will be a fatal 4-way with Mia Yim, Candice LeRae, Piper Niven, and the returning Carmella for next week. To see who will be in there. So that's going to happen. Chelsea Green came in saying, where are my combinations? Where's my, dressing room? Where's all this stuff? Even though she was eliminated in like 2 seconds from the Rumble on Saturday. But I don't know. Ziggler went against Bronson Reed. I know they showed Ali with him being annoying again. Reed won Tsunami Splash, so he's going to Elimination Chamber then. Carmella, which looks like we got the Mella is money back Carmella. It's not the whole, what were they trying to say, the most beautiful woman in the world or something like that. So it's back to the whole Staten Night. Mella is money. Mella is money. Money. Damn, this sounds like Sasha's thing with, or I'm sorry, Mercedes, the Monet, even though they stole that from Carmella, but yeah, we're getting the moonwalking Carmella back. Asuka kind of showed up then, basically with the blue mist dripping out, and as Carmella left, Boogs was talking to the Prophets and Elias in the back. Basically, they all have a chance to get into Elimination Chamber now, which Dawkins versus Priest next week, and Ford versus Elias to see who would go in Elimination Chamber then. But in the main event, we did get Cody Rhodes versus Finn Balor. Obviously, Judgment Day did get involved, and Cody hadn't handled. Edge ended up coming through the crowd. Edge came out, beat up Priest, beat up Dominic. Beth Phoenix came in when Ripley started attacking Edge. Beth Phoenix hits a spear. So Cody, of course, hit about three crossroads and won. So very good main event. Crowd was definitely into it. So that I did enjoy. But overall, Raw was pretty good. Wasn't bad. Like I said, it's a lot of fallout going in the Rumble. It's a lot of matches being made for WrestleMania and the Elimination Chamber coming up. So it's a lot of stuff leading in there. I'm sure we'll find out more on SmackDown this Friday. But a lot of matches are leading into WrestleMania, though, and for the Chamber. So a lot going on. And we already know who's facing who at WrestleMania for these titles. So it's really no obvious thing there. We all kind of saw that coming. I don't know who didn't see that coming. If it was different, I'd be surprised. But, hey, I don't know. But other than that, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at HoodieKnight890. Check out the Royal Rumble review, which is all posted online right now. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.